Coach, this week you've been talking about working on transition defense. So you could talk a little bit about that and how you think the guys have been doing in training the last couple of weeks.
Well, every team, throughout the season has to kind of stay focused on strengths and weaknesses, and defending is always super important. And I believe that if we take care of that and we work together as a group and we make it difficult for the opponent to play, our opportunities will present themselves. Statistically, we've been winning the ball in good places and getting forward very fast. So the focus has been that when we lose it, how quickly do we get it back, and what does our shape look like as a team? And the guys got the message. I think today was great. They're really focused on what we're going to do this weekend and ready to go. There's an excitement, there's a happiness, and I couldn't be happier. This is exactly how Frank would have wanted it to be. So it's good to be keeping it going.
Last two games, there seems to have been kind of a tale of two halves with the team starting out really strongly and then not finishing as strong as they'd like. How much of that is attributed to maybe a little bit of fitness versus, again, the weakness you're talking about working on the defensive shape?
Well, it's some of it is in plan. When teams come in here, it's 100+ degrees and it's difficult. It's a tough environment to play. The fans are fantastic, and we want to jump all over them, and that's the idea. And we don't want anybody to feel comfortable when they come to Phoenix, and the guys believe it. That's what they talk about. But it's not easy to do for 90 minutes. No matter where you're at, there's ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows of the game. And I think when you're 75th minute and you're 4-0 up, everybody feels happy. They feel good about the win, and you get a red card, and all of a sudden things change. That was kind of an anomaly. I don't think that had anything to do with the way we were playing. We had it under control. The week before that, it's just fitness. Each week we get a little bit stronger, a little bit more fit, and they showed that they could push through against the Galaxy and come back from a deficit. So every game, there's going to be a time when you're down, and it's what you do when you're down that determines who you are and reveals your character. So this group, without a doubt, when they're down and things are against them, they always respond.
And on that, you've had two games where you're protecting leads and learning how to do that. So I guess the more that happens, is that the team going to get better at that?
Yeah, it's we've talked about it a little bit. You don't spend a ton of time working on goal up, goal down stuff early in the season. It's really getting them to play, getting them to understand one another, and a lot of that's on me. It's my responsibility to make sure that they're all aware of the situation and what to do in those circumstances. And we've watched film, we've pointed out the mistakes we've made, and we've showed some of the players at what they could have done differently. And it's a long season. They'll improve on that part, and I would love to have the problem of figuring out what to do when you're up a goal late in the game.
That said, you mentioned earlier how much of a home field advantage you guys had the last two games. The team has sold out all three of its home games. How much are the guys looking forward to getting back in front of the home crowd?
I know they're excited because I can't wait. It's I really look forward to at the end of the game going around and shaking their hands and looking at all the smiling faces and the happy fans. It's something that's really special, and I don't think these guys realize what they've done for this community and for the state of Arizona and for Phoenix, and it's pretty cool. It's very special, and it means that there's bigger things on the horizon. You can kind of feel the snowball, if I could use that expression, that starts to roll here in Arizona. But it's unbelievable. When they're out there warming up, I can see the pep in their step. I can see their excitement. We come in the locker room and they're antsy, they're ready to go, and we owe that all to the fans, the ownership, the organization. It's a great opportunity for us.
Thank you very much, Coach.